Hello, mes amigos, and welcome to day 28 of £200 to 10k, where we literally arrived in Bali. We had £200 to our name, and a bill came out of our account 3 days later of £220. We had no idea how on earth we were going to get out of this situation, let alone get to 10k. But with God, all things are possible. So today, to kind of celebrate and to kind of show how deep my faith has become during this process, I decided to get my first tattoo of my second tattoo, but like my first visual tattoo. I got one on my ass. But this is just a reminder to put God first in all areas of your life, and He will make your path straight. Lean not on your own understanding. Trust God with all your heart, and He will make your path straight. It is just as simple as that, right? I heard this one quote today, and this guy said to me, "Do not concern yourself with the how, because the how is stuck in the now." When I was worrying, when I was concerned about how the fuck I was going to get out of a situation, I was thinking, like, how the fuck am I going to get out of this? Am I going to need to ask people for money? Am I going to need to sell a kidney just to like stay alive? I was eating 3 pot noodles a day. I had no idea essentially how I was going to get out of this situation. And then I received an inbound lead. And this guy was my mindset client, my first ever mindset client. He paid me £180 for 4 consultations, for 4 mindset coaches, like sessions. He just renewed like yesterday or so for another £180. Since then, guys, we've brought in probably about 2k this month, which is like probably one of our best months in business, let alone getting to 10k. And then we got like another five. I think we got like 25k in the pipeline right now. 5k, which is going to close on Monday. Maybe more when we just trust God. We just had a 2-hour call with a new client, essentially helping him set up his first AI company. And he's so keen, he's so excited, he's so glad that he's invested in himself, and I'm helping him to get there. And essentially, I just said to him, reach out to your warm network, reach out to everybody, ask people if they know anybody that might be able to refer you. And it's the same thing that I did, like during these past few days, just reaching out to literally everybody, and these past few weeks. And guys, with God, all things are possible. All things are possible with God, and it's just like a crazy story of being completely broke, having nothing to my name, to now living in luxury, to now being able to, I'm still working 6 days a week right now, 12 hours a day, pretty much. But I'm just at peace. I love the work that I do. I'm so proud of myself, and I just trust in God. And I know for a fact that I'm going to earn 10k this month, even though it's day 28. Right? I've got no idea how, but I just know that I've already earned 10k. So why worry? Do not concern yourself with the how, and everything just works out, guys. So yeah, I think we're gonna just reward ourselves. Tomorrow it's a day off, right? It's Sunday. It's the day of the Lord. Day to like actually just be grateful, to have gratitude, and just be so thankful that we were able to get out of this situation and inspire millions of people in the process. Because I truly believe that my account's going to blow up. My story is going to be told, and I'm going to inspire so many people throughout my life. And people are going to, I've got 0 views on like the past 10 videos, right? I think I got a total of maybe 20 views in the past 27 days, right? It's not a lot. And I just know for a fact that when I am helping so many people, when I am inspiring so many people, they're going to come back to these videos. They're going to be like, damn, this guy had the mindset of a winner before the world proved it to him. Because he focused on the what, not the when, and not the how, but the what. He focused on the vision. He had conviction. He had faith, and he trusted his whole life on God. I put everything on the line in order to get through this, right? And here we are. We're winning. We are up. And it would not be possible without God. would not be possible without faith. I had so many people reach out to me, like the guy who's like 5K this deal in. He just reached out to me on LinkedIn. I didn't even post that much on LinkedIn. I didn't even message him. I just like, I had no idea how he reached out to me. It's just like, Matt, I got an idea. It involves AI. You're my go-to guy. Let's hop on a call. £250 later, consultation, quoted him 5K. Like, okay. And now we're going to work together on Monday. And we're probably going to get an investor for that company that he wants to start together. Right? You don't even need to know how. You don't even need to know. You just trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, and God will make your paths straight. So we're going to probably go get a massage now because we've been very tense these past few weeks and we haven't been able to afford a £10 massage. And I think we're going to take the day off tomorrow. We're going to work on our mind even more, go over some worksheets, because the quality of your life is dependent upon the quality of the questions that you ask yourself. And when you really deep dive into what your subconscious blocks are, what's holding you back, what can I learn from these mistakes that I've previously made? What is God trying to teach me right now? Why is God putting these trials and tribulations into my life right now? Because, all of these things don't happen to you, they happen for you. All of these cancellations, all of these problems, people paying late, people not showing up to appointments, people canceling and saying, okay, let's do this down the line in 3 weeks, a month's time. And I'm like, fuck, I can't even afford next week's rent. I can't even afford to stay alive. But I was like, I'm just gonna trust God, and He made it possible. So tomorrow we're gonna ask ourselves these questions. We're gonna enter into a deep meditation, and we're just gonna relax, because I truly believe that when you tap into the subconscious mind, you tap into the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual side of things. The physical plane just becomes easy, and that might be quite complicated for most people to understand right now. But that's what I believe, and that's what's playing out in my reality. So I'm going to keep believing that. So yeah, this is day 28. I think we've earned ourselves a massage, guys. I'm absolutely fucking broken. But here we are. And I'm so glad that you can follow along on this journey, whether it's today that you watch this video, whether it's in a year's time, whether it's in 10 years' time. I'm just so glad that I'm able to inspire you in some form or another. And I hope you have a very blessed day. Seize the day, mis amigos. Get to work. Adios.